So jobless claims fell. I wanted to do a video, kind of dive into the numbers and give you my interpretation of what that means going forward for businesses. New applications for U.S. unemployment benefits fell for the fourth week in a row, and overall they're at a 17-month low. This is a sign that the economy is not impacted as much by the new variant as first initially thought. I have no doubt where you are, most of the businesses that you see have some form of help wanted sign. Most are offering incentives or bonuses, with the initial jobless claims dropping by 29,000 to a total of 348,000 in the end of last week. You would think that those signs would soon be gone. So if jobless claims are falling, why is it still hard to find employees? Every single business that I deal with or talk to over the last 6 months, the number one issue they have is finding employees. And we're talking everything from service level all the way to trades and manufacturing, warehousing, you name it. Even with the new variant popping up, businesses are still anticipating the ability to make it through the next wave, and they believe they're going to be able to continue to grow. Because of this, these companies are still trying to hire to avoid layoffs, if at all possible, due to the nationwide shortage of labor. The federal unemployment boost is set to expire on September 4th, which means many of these businesses believe that the workers that were staying home because they were getting increased benefits are likely to re-enter the workforce and make more workers available for those jobs. The big question is whether more people will return to work when schools reopen in the fall if those extra benefits run out. The Federal Reserve officials are worrying that the new variant will slow down the hiring and slow down the opening of businesses, and that we're not going to return to a normal workforce, or it should say it will prolong the labor shortage at least until the end of the year. The data states that some of the states that saw the sharpest decline in applicants were Texas, Michigan, and Kentucky, while some of the states, namely Virginia and New Mexico, saw an increase in applications. There was a boost to the temporary federal program that had an additional 109,000 and so people filed new claims for benefits, and the number of people already collecting state benefits decreased by 79,000, but it's still at 2.82 million. And now this is also adjusted based on seasonality. The good news is that these numbers are also a low for the pandemic, and the total amount of people receiving some form of support is around 11.7 million, and that's again a low for the pandemic. All of this is good news if you are an employer with open positions wanting to hire, because that means that there should be more workers to fill your empty jobs. If you have employees, do you anticipate an influx of workers to fill any empty jobs you have? Let me know in the comments below. My own opinion is the longer that we go on with extra benefits and lockdowns and all those things, not to get political, but it does play into the equation. The longer that happens, the more these companies will move towards innovation and look to technology to fill the gaps. There are already companies researching how to replace jobs in the service industry. Just take a look at this robot server. In other parts of the world, they are attempting to fully automate restaurants so that you have no actual people working there, maybe a few to maintain the robots or possibly to make sure things are working right. But in China, there's a restaurant that is completely robotic. The food drops from the ceiling on robots or is delivered by robots, servers, if you will. The sad part about that is in that country, there's people lining up for jobs and technology is taken. Now, I was in food manufacturing prior to getting into banking. I can tell you, even 9+ years ago, the automation technology for robots in that industry was displacing jobs. There was a line of people that would pick up bad fruit if it didn't meet satisfactory guidelines. Now they instituted a color sorter, and basically it goes down through. All the fruit goes through the color sorter and air jets shoot the bad fruit out the bottom. The good fruit passes on. Now you only need 3 people where you used to have 15. If you've ever been into a fast food restaurant and watched how the food is made, it's exactly an assembly line process. Put a robotic arm in there and program it. Your Big Mac, your cheeseburger is going to look identical every single time, and you're not going to have those outliers of half the sandwich on the paper. So the technology is there. It's just very cost prohibitive right now to implement. But the longer this goes and employers can't find workers, you're going to see more and more robotics enter the industry. The next 6 months should be really interesting, both in the labor market and in the general overall economy. I wish you the best in your business, and until next time, have a great day.